Good evening. There we have it. I'm not even sure if there is sound. I'm not even sure if there's a game, but hello, good evening to you. I do have some audio issues yet again, and I figured, because I thought solved them after last stream, but apparently what I did is I ended streaming. Apparently this has to do with OBS, it seems, and this is now why the sound is muffled again. I'll be fixing this, hopefully now. I just double-checked if I found something. And also my light, there you go, that's much better. Much better. Anyways, Ceratosaurus, no worries. I guess that's not going to be a stream where a lot of people are anyways, but yeah, I have some ideas what we're going to start today, and those of you who are in Discord may have already seen where this is going, but yeah, so this is now a little bit too wide, isn't it? Hold on, let's see if I can. Actually, the light overall is a little too bright. I should definitely check if for the next kind of streams. This is I didn't. Can I make? Hold on. I'm just gonna double check if hue is on full brightness. It is. I got to do something about the light in the background. I have an idea. Hold on for a second. Jennifer Fafa, good evening. Hello to you. I am going to go and load into that one. I'm going to do something. Be back in a sec. So I do think this light I just turned on is not yet aligned with Lumia. Yo ho ho, there's no game. Wait, there is a game. It's starting. I'm just about to see if I can add this real quick. Global light spot. This. Oh wait. This is that one. Oh, it is actually aligned. But why did it not use the correct color? There you go. Now it has the correct color. And yeah, about this light over here. I'm not like, what happens if I turn it off? Is the camera quality? Okay, it's bad without, but it's too bright. I need to change something about the light controls of my camera then. But I am not sure if I can do it easily. I got to do it then. Oh wait, hold on. I think I can. Wait. If I think I'm able to do in a bit I am there. It should work like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so now if I turn on the light a little, that's too much. Let's just bring it back a little. Wait, that was the wrong direction. Maybe we go on 0.1 on minus. Yeah, that looks better, but not good. I think this is the way. I think this is the way we go. It's still a little bit on the warm side, so let's cool it down a little. Yeah, there you go. I think that's okay, right? I think that is where we go. Okay, now the thing I have to change or challenge is my audio settings. As I said, there was the issue already last time around. Good day, sir. Lighting is looking better. Yeah, right. There is obviously a bit of a... I don't even know why that is. Can I go in here somehow? Okay, can I change a couple of things about this thingy? This is that one. Change the settings. Okay, so it has the same format. It's a bit of an odd one because this, as soon as I started streaming, the sound just kind of went weird. Hold on, I'm just gonna double check if I fixed it now. Because... Nah, Wally Socks, thank you for the subscription and welcome on in. Oh, that is even a sub on Twitch. Thank you so much. Welcome on into the crew. Not even a prime. That is so good. Jump in to say hi. So, hi, it's Andel. Lovely to see you in here as well. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to double check that again with my lovely own voice because that is the test. A little bit used, a little bit nice.
Can I?
In terms of that, okay, so what I gotta use is random rotation, and then I'm going to just put them in these areas here. Whoops. Okay, so it seems like as soon as I'm hi bye, it seems really like that as soon as I'm streaming, I have these headphone issues, and I have no idea how to change this. So if I'm in audio settings, can I change them while we're streaming? Not really. I guess I know what should be the fix. I mean, the good thing is it's not bad for you, okay? That's the positive. It's not really bad for me. It's just an audio setting for me personally. But it's so bad. Like, the quality is really as if these like €5 headphones, whatever. So that is not cool. Not at all. I'm really wondering why that is. I really have no idea. Let's see if that is on audio bitrate, stream. Audio is, no, it's all good. No, okay, I can't fix it now. I have to fix it before the next stream. That is actually, it's so annoying. Anyways, but it's not too much of an issue because this stream today will not be super long. Therefore, it's totally fine if there's not really that big of an issue. We are going to start building something. I have certainly an idea what this could be, but we are getting there. We are getting there. I'm going to do something today with you guys, which I'm not even sure if this is going to be in this park over here, or if we are going to go to another one. I am uncertain because I have a thing to do. I wanted to start anyways. It's just I just have 2 weeks of time to finish that. So apparently, I don't know, we may start that. So the idea is that I'm going to do a Mandalorian themed flat ride this time around, and I thought I'm actually going to put this in this park, maybe like an exclusive, I don't know, but we haven't really gone into any kind of real life brands of some sort, so I'm not really entirely sure if we should go do this in this park over here. It just does not feel right, if you know what I mean. But we don't really have like a stream or like a park where we could do it anyways. Watching you do nothing is boring. Yeah, true that though. Now I feel like the image is too low. Hold on. What about just ever so slightly? Yeah, that is a little better. I'm also like, there's a lot of mosquitoes in here. I will scratch myself the whole time because I've been stung a tremendous amount of times. Yeah, I'm not really sure if we build it in this park. I mean, let alone for the you know. Actually, you know what? We could go into the... Yeah, let's go into the K-pop Demon Hunters Park and do it there. Gizmook, good evening to you. Hello. My god, this mosquito is just super annoying. I thought I got it, but it seems like it has been 2 or so. Yeah, well, 7 likes on the stream. Let's see. We are how many minutes? 13 minutes in. That's not a bad ratio, is it? Yeah, let's actually start doing the flat ride today, shall we? I mean, I needed to do I needed to just have some sort of kind of reason to put a thumbnail, so that is why I was going for that one. So let me just pull up a little bit of the inspo. Where's the inspiration folder? There you go, and call that Star Wars, and then we're gonna put that in. And obviously, you can't really tell much in here. Woo! Let's put on a flashlight. Also, is the music loud enough for you guys? Because it's pretty low for me on my end. Hold on, I'm just gonna double check in here. I'm also wondering if it's changed. Hold on, can I change it this way? Potentially, this could be a fix. Hold on. I think it's not really a fix, was it? Let's see if that did fix something. I need to just it's weird that I need to hear myself, but oh wait, I could also just do this the other way around. I could just do this the other way around, just like that. Welcome back to Jurassic. Oh my god, no, that is absolutely not good. Okay, I have no idea why that always is a problem if the sound is so muzzled, but the biggest crossover of all time. Yeah, that would be insane, wouldn't it? Where are we though? Oh my god, there we are. We're gonna turn that. Wait. 12? What? Oh, that is 12. Yeah. 12 p.m. is okay. I was confused for a brief. Which music? Yeah, okay. Well, I thought you didn't hear that. It's super low. I'm not sure why though. Let's put that a little higher up. And for me, again, the sound is crazily bad. I will fix this for the next stream, but it's insanely bad, and I'm really sorry for that. We have to. I'm sorry, but I just figured that is. Yeah, that makes it better. Now the camera has adjusted the light correctly, and it's all good. Living in the swamp. No. The mosquitoes are already there, and I'm not even sure why they are so likely down here. It's like a basement, and yeah, there's not real reason for. Anyhow, so we are going to start layouting what we are supposed to have as a really cool, realistic themed flat ride. And my idea is that we are going to have several things going on. So I'm not entirely sure how we are going to. Okay, I'm just going to keep that on. It's better. I have no freaking idea what we do as for the flat ride itself, but I have a couple of ideas. So what I want to do is, and let me just bring up the inspirational image in. I want to do, and maybe I have to download the mod for that, the better scaling mod, but maybe I don't. Let's see where we get this. So what I want to do is, there's that snap, let's bring that onto here. So what I want to do is I want to build this thing some sort of. So either way, this is going to be the thing to hold the queue, or this is even going to be part of the backdrop, or this thing is going to be the actual ride you're sitting in. So if this is something we can do as for the ride we are sitting in, we would need to do something like, swing like this. And then we could actually turn these things into, each side of it becomes one of those. But I don't even know if I want to do this. The other idea is this thing doesn't work because that just goes for a full roll, but something to make the 80 legs that are moving. So you know what? I'm just going to plop down a couple of flat rides. Oh my God, the sounds! They're so bad. They're so bad. I wish I could fix this, but I think I need to open OBS again, and therefore I would need to stop streaming, which I don't do. I have to live through the sounds today. Then it's not your mistake. I could put on my old headphones, but honestly, these are much more comfy. They're so much more comfy. So anyhow, so this is one potential ride we could use. This one absolutely isn't, even though I like the fact how flat it is, but let's go through a couple. So this one is definitely a no for me. This one is a no as well. Pantomas, good evening. How are you doing? This thing is incredibly big, and I don't want to go to this footprint. This is out. Das sums. Buoyancy is out. Charoplane is out. The collider is definitely something that could work as a Star Wars theme. I could do something with this, but nah. What we have over here, the this one is the. I mean, that could be Druidica. These things could be themed like Druidicas, but that's not likely. For the Mandalorian, this claw kind of thing is not in. What else do we have? The parallelogram. Oh, that's a flying carpet, actually. Wait. Okay. I thought that was, anyways. Oh my God! Look at the Pokemon there. And I'm not even attempting to say the English words, even though Pikachu is klar, but is that Charizard? Or I don't even know the English words. I grew up with Pokemon in full German, so I don't even try to attempt. So this one doesn't work either. So let's see. The Hyperspin. This is definitely something I would love to have in that area as well. I want to have definitely two flat rides combined in one theming. So I guess these ones have a good chance, so let's plop them down. But I'm not entirely sure what else. So this one over here is way too big, the Gale Force, even though I like it, but this is too big. We have the Hammer Swing, which is, again, way too big. Charizard. Oh, Charizard. Charizard it is. Okay. Well, I was close. I was close. That Halo Ring over here doesn't make any sense. What else do we have? The High Roll is just something we did. Doesn't make sense to have that one. The Hyper Spin we just had. The Insanity is the one I am looking at right now. What about the Iron Claw? Nah. That is, it's not just heading. What? Why do the emotes fly over the screen? Why not? Because they can, right? The Pathos. This thing could be kind of cool to go with the, you know, flying thing. Even though it's a little bit short on these edges. Nah, that doesn't work in the way I wanted it to be. So the polarity. I mean, this is also another. This one is also like another potential. I'm not sure if you guys hear that, but this you can't obviously. You have good sounds. I have bad sounds. This is becoming. You know what? I have to change my headphones. Is that weird that I'm so upset by bad sounds? I hope I'm not like it's. I have to change. I'm very sorry. I love these headphones, but I gotta fix this issue for the next stream. I hope I remember, because like after last stream, I sat down, changed a couple of settings, and it was working again. I was like, all right, I fixed it. And then all of a sudden, it's not fixed again. So I think, look at my hair. What's happening with my hair? Oh my God, look at, look at what the headphones said. That is just like, I mean, this cut over here is, this one is, this one over here, that is on purpose, but the other one isn't. It's just like, it looks almost like, you know. Hello everyone, Osterfy, good evening, happy building, thank you. Have definitely learned a lot from your channel and have also enjoyed the parks you have made in general. Thanks, man, you are welcome. I have to find that little hole here, there you go. That sounded wrong. Please never cut that out of context. Do change, it stops you complaining. Yeah, well, that's a fair point. That is a very fair point. Let me just change my headphones real quick to the normal ones. Oh, so good. How do you change the language in Planko? Well, you go to the settings and then you change the language normally, but either if you play on Steam, you gotta have to change this outside of the game, right click on Steam, and then you have to change the language. It's a bit of a weird one. With Steam games, this always happens. Okay, I'm gonna double check some messages here real quick. Okay, I am going to put this thing down here to charge my phone because it's almost like empty. Hello there, a guy called Henry. I'm so a phone, the phone haircut. Likely in the settings. Oh, I didn't even mean to go to the settings because the German translation is broken. Is it? Where is it broken though, Pantomos? I mean, I've never played on German, so I don't know. Good. We have been to Flat Rides and we're checking out still what we got. So this Resurgence, that's the drop tower, the scissor. Nah, I mean this is I like the scissor in general as a flat ride, but the problem with this thing obviously is that like that mosquito. Oh, you're just not good at German. That's true. I'm actually not good at German. I've always been better in English at school than German. Like that's telling, right? But the scissor is a good one, but I don't see myself using that one because it just doesn't offer me the possibilities I needed. So the Sky Beam is that I'm not sure how that I have to test all of the. Oh my God, it's floating. I hate the fact it's floating. I'm not sure if the fact that why is it? Can we just please align that to the ground? Okay, I don't know why, but okay. Flatty rides. Let's see what else. The Skywatcher is nonsense. The Strike, it's nonsense. The Sundial, nonsense. Sunflare, synchronization. This one is kind of cool, obviously, because it has like a super kind of small. Ooh, what a funky flat ride on left. Yeah, it is, but I have to. This mosquito, it just. Okay, next time I'm gonna Heard you. Not sure if I should say that on stream. This one is like kind of confusing, but it doesn't work as anything I want to do with it. So the teacups would be a fun thing to do for Mandalorian and Grogu, but this one is kind of cool too. I think there's not really a... I mean, that would be a fancy thing. If I would change this thing into the... how's that called again? The... what's the flying thing called? Name of Mandalorian. Mandalorian airship. Starship. It's the Silver Crest. The silver, what's that again? The Razor Crest, not the Silver Crest. The Razor Crest. That's the thing. I mean, this would be fun to turn this thing into a Razor Crest, right? Would that fit? Would we make it fit? I would need to... It's actually super thin. I would need to do a changed version of it. Huh. Okay, now I think I don't. I think I'm going to do this differently. So this one is actually going to become the Baby Yoda, baby kind of thingy, where Baby Yoda is in. You know what I mean? That little flying baby stroller kind of thing. Do a partially drop like man, the ship lift off and crash down. Oh, as for a kiddie one, that's true, but I think these are still too small though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all on test because I actually have no idea how exactly they all behave, and if there's maybe one of those who doesn't go completely upside down, because that then could become the leg of an AT-AT, and we could make that go into like a backdrop and make like a fake AT-AT. That would be really, really damn cool. But okay, this one is already going to completely swing over. I mean, as these are, yeah, the restraints are already telling that they will go upside down. I mean, this one over here is actually pretty cool. That one is pretty cool indeed. The way I could fake it is to make the legs move and then have the body up here hold these things. So it's actually looking like as if it's moving like the legs. That could work. And then this one would be my favorite thing. That one over here is absolutely hilarious. Oh my god. So that one does go fully round. Is that true? Ooh. Do you? Let's just speed up. Or is it not? I think it's not, right? Oh, it's not! Wait! If that thing is not going completely round, then this is our solution. Or use the ship as... Yeah. Then we are going to use this as a... Oh my god, guys. This is our solution. This is going to be our AT-AT leg moving. Even though it's moving a little bit hilariously. But that's gonna be fine, okay? I think as for the funsies, this is gonna work. I mean, on the other hand side, this would be cool because it's going to be both legs then. Okay, we gotta decide. This one, unfortunately, or actually is also not out of contention. In fact, this one has the smaller footprint on the foot and would have a very funky foot movement of the AT-AT. Okay, so let me just do a little concept work and then they look all crazy. Yeah, indeed. But we're going to do a little concept work here. Just so we have an idea how this would be going, okay? Don't mind me. We're going to try this. And first of all, I'm just going to do a little setup here. Don't worry, it's going to be very quick. I am not going to do the full one. We're going to just go to fiber, blah. We're just going, don't worry, it's going to be interesting to look at, I guess. We have to just align you properly. Why am I not able to align this to anything in here? I don't want to add this to, oh my god. I just want to add this somewhere over here. Is that possible, please? Or do I have to lift you up a little bit just so... Okay. Just a little bit. How you go. Whatever. I just wanna be able to align something. Thank you very much. My god. Why is this so complicated sometimes? Okay, so we are going to just build like a very fake leg of an AT-AT. So don't you worry. I'm just going to see that we can somehow match. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the heck was that? Hi, how is it going? I don't know yet. We are going to try our best here to make it go good. I'm just going to try, come on over here. And then we need to just go random scale, random rotation needs to be off. And then we're just going to scale this down a little bit anyways. There you go. And then I don't even know what to do for the lower part, but I'm just willing to do something that looks somewhat like a feed. And then they do have this kind of, you know, there is obviously like kind of the foot of there. I'm just going to bring up an 8080 image for me, just so I have a certain idea how the legs look. Whoops. 8080, that's a good picture. Yeah, let's bring that up into a new tab. So just so you know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to bring this in here. Can I? There you have that. So this is the 8080 as what I'm envisioning here. And so the legs of it could be the flat right kind of thing. And then the upper body, we have to kind of fake it a little bit and make like our own variant of it so that the legs technically would be in. But yeah, I have an idea how we could do that. So this is what I'm just testing, over here. Also, I'm just going to say metal because that will give me also a couple of other pieces to play around with, and just so that we turn that into a group. And I'm just going to make this as big as I can so I can use this for all of the different flat rights over here. So I guess this window thingy over here looks like a pretty, or it's like a gate. This one is like the pretty perfect food feed kind of thing, you know, like the leg thingy, whatever. Is that the slot? Whatever it is. We're going to bring this in here. Can I scale this even further up? Oh my god, look at that. I can. Oh, that is perfect. So this one is going to go down here. Again, it is just to get an idea. It's not meant to be the final version. We are going to build a proper leg at some point. So we're just going to have that. But it's a very good hint that this piece seems to be very, very fitting for that. So this is going to be here, and the slightly bigger variant of it goes all the way up here. That's all we need. I'm not going to do much more than that. This is just already what I want to create at this point. Just seeing if there's another piece that fits exactly what we would need there. Just double checking. I don't know. But how are you guys doing? How are you all doing, guys? I thought you were going to build the two-legged one. No, that's the ATST. Like I'm actually quite into Star Wars, but like I don't know all the exact names, I guess, but I'm still very much into it, and I am hoping that they can continue what they started with the Mandalorian series and make the movie equally good in comparison. That would be very good, because I'm not the biggest fan of the new trilogy. I don't hate it, but it's not necessarily something I would love, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's that. And wait, is that a group now? Yeah, it is. Okay, I can put the group, and add to building has to be on. So now the question is, can I add this to the building? Yes, I can. Add to polarity, and we're going to snap this here. And now what we got to do is we're going to hold on. What? Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's just double tap on the scenery, select it all, and now scale this so that we can use it. So as I said, don't worry, we have to do certain things obviously to make that look good. But I guess, I guess my idea can somehow work. So this thing would then be sitting somewhat over here, you know. Even in Commando Elite, how are you going? Are you going to watch the new Mando? Yes, exactly. This is what we're building for, actually, with this idea. That was a little bit of the inspo for that. So this is where that kind of thing sits. I mean, we would need to do something really fake from the outside so people can actually walk in. So that is just a good help for now as to figure out if it works, but we have to do something more intricate, I should say, that looks and works a bit better. So can I just flick it over to the other side? Oh, I can. Look at that, how good that is. So I'm just going to flick that over so we have somewhat of both legs installed. It's not even the same height, is it? No, why was that going up again? I don't know. Is the gizmo correct? Is it fully straight, or is it offset again? Oh, it's offset again, so we can just move that over anyway. Scale. Scale is something we can't really. Anyways, your opinion about Star Fox? I'm mega hyped that finally my Switch 2 can come to a moment of joy when we are streaming. Oh, fun fact, if I want to stream now from the Switch 2, I will need a new camera HD stick, because at the moment I'm using my how's that called? The streaming card that usually was meant to be used for consoles. I'm using that for the camera to make that work. Okay. So this thing seems okay to me. Now we're just going to do the same. This is like, I have to go to a certain... This is another weird Frontier problem. You have to be in this camera mode, wait, hold on, in the normal camera mode to be able to add something to a building. This is so weird. If I change the camera mode, look, I'm not changing, my hand is here, it's gone. It's just like, why? So yeah, here you go. Just going to attach that thing here and massively downsizing it. Yeah, it doesn't even matter, but like, it's just for the idea. I think this right over here, this would actually work pretty cool as if that is underneath the food. That would be pretty cool, I guess, if that works like this. So this ride already has a good idea of getting this thing, you know. I think this one is already at a good point. Now let's move that up to the same height. The VTube feature? VTube? I'm also not the video tube, the YouTube. What do you mean? What do you mean? You can now officially be Fox in the webcam. Oh boy, did they really do that? I haven't seen that, but I'm so out of this VTube kind of things, to be honest. I'm like completely out of that, like, yeah, honestly. Okay, so do you use the scale method? What do you mean by the scale method, ZippyHam? Did I miss something? Is the scale method now actually working in Coaster as well as in Jurassic World Evolution? Because I tried that recently and it didn't. So, but you know, maybe I'm wrong and it's working now. So the advantage is obviously with this thing, I just need to build one. You know, this could then be of an advantage, I guess. So scale mod like for also no, I don't have the mod installed quite yet. But as I said, for this build, I might need to consider grabbing it. Like I would love to survive without, but let's just first of all test. Okay, so here we have that. We just need to do like a little bit of a body to kind of see how my idea works. So I guess if there's the body, like, yeah, my problem. I'm gonna do the body first, and then let's see if and how that looks. Because I can also already see a problem emerging here. I can already see a problem emerging. But now, you know what's kind of cool about this stream today? You finally get to see how I approach a project. Most of the times, you don't see this at all. Yeah, like, this is something I always do completely without recording, and it mostly never gets into a project anyways. I normally have like a lot of these setups where I test a lot of things and just like, you know, throw a lot of things down to the bottom and whatever. ZippyHam, yes, exactly. Sky Studio is, I couldn't live without. I literally could not live without. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Why is this? Where is a good piece? I think we go, yeah, we go with this one. And I'm just going to scale. Yeah, that is a perfect piece. This is going to be the perfect body of our 8080. Now we're just going to fake 8080 real quick. It's not going to be a mega precise or whatnot, but I just want to fake this real quick. So we're just going to let's do it this way, like so, and then I gotta have the same thing on the other side. It just doesn't matter exactly, but let's do it this way. As I said, I will do a much better body of it later on. I'm just going to have to do that right now in order to get a bit of an idea. Is 60 FPS? Yeah, this is my FPS counter up here. It's obviously locked to FPS. It's locked to 60 right now because of VSync. I think if I turn that off, If I turn the VSync off, it should be much higher. Let's say, there you go. Apply the changes. And now we had like 90-ish FPS. And considering there is already this massive coaster in here, right? Just to let you know, there is already... there's already quite something going on in here. You know, there's like this heavily themed K-pop Demon Hunter coaster thing in here. Which we can ride in a bit, just to have the full dark ride experience if you wanted to. But yeah, so if you go without VSync, this is at 90 FPS, which is considerably great. The fact that it is still that great in this specific park over here. Hold on, there you go. Apply the changes. What's going on here with the... Wait, what's that? There you go. There you go. Okay, so it's back. Sorry, I was just getting a weird message right now, and I had to double check. Okay, so this is that. I think I'm gonna just make that a little bit taller. Get that around. Oh my god, this is also, like, personally, I have to say, this is actually a very nice pattern. Anyways, for the AT-AT, I think this piece. You got it off? Oh my god, I can't deal with without VSync. I hate this flicker on my screen. It's the worst. I just genuinely hate this a lot. So I'm like, for all of you who can, you are obviously going to be treated, because when you need to use frame generation or so, which at some point you will have to, that is going to be then good, because it will have a lot of VSync issues, simply because you have to turn it off. Don't forget the Tauntaun. Yeah. Let's just... Oh my god. No, just don't. Come on over. Come on over. Oh, come on over. Let's scale that down to whatever this is. And we are going to bring this in. Yeah, we all hate with you. Oh my god. Liv, good evening. How are you doing? Yeah, we all will hate it with you. Yes, do it. Hate it with me. Do it! To just stay in the Star Wars slang. Okay, but that's a good knowledge about this piece. It's absolutely not seamless. But if you have G-Sync? What the heck is G-Sync? Like, I feel like with you guys in chat, I always feel like a complete computer nerd, noob, which I am, not a nerd, a noob, because half of the stuff I don't even understand. I don't even know what that is. So let's bring that up here. And see that we can have a nice angle of attack here. That's a good one. That's a good one. And in fact, you know what? Do I want to have that double? I mean, this is way too detailed. As for the test, whatever. As for the test, we can just leave it as is. I don't. 17 likes in the first hour. No, the first hour is not even gone yet. So it's a bit of a weak performance for a Saturday night live stream. But I mean, I started literally midnight, so no blame in your direction, you guys. It's not your fault. It's my fault. The only thing is, like, VSync is a game by basis. Some games can better without. I mean, wait, hold on. Which is basically a variable rate refresh. Okay, but like, okay, so you still don't see that weird stream in there. Yeah, I should look into that. Like, it's not like I'm a fan of VSync. It's just like I hate this flicker on the stream, and that's all I say. It's the rest I don't care for. Whatever VSync is doing, I don't even care. The only thing is I hate when there's like that flicker on screen. Okay, so basically, and how do you do that? Is that available with all games, or like is that a thing of like a graphics card setting? Honestly, I've never heard of it. Maybe I'm stupid, but like that would be a good knowledge to understand how that works, because reasons. Okay, so let's just get rid of those and then do that again. I could have made my life much more simple. G-Sync as monitor technology to match your refresh. Oh, it's a monitor technology. Oh god, okay, my monitor is relatively new, so it definitely should do that. Display port. Oh, okay, so there we have an issue then. Because at the moment, I think my main monitor is not running on the display port. It is running on... No, wait, hold on. With the new graphics card, it is display port. The old graphics card didn't have enough of those, but now It's an NVIDIA thing. Okay, I get to see in the next one. Okay, so this is the body we made, and now we have to adjust that to the certain things we have over here. Obviously, it's massively oversized, so even for that one, we have to scale that down. So it would be something like this, you know? It would be something like this, and this will be looking kind of weird though, but we are just going to test this with all of the three and then see where we're going to have the best result. So we're going to have that in here, and now this is what I meant, like we will have an issue with those. We have to make this body kind of oversized to make it go in on both ends, so somewhat like that. And this is not going to work obviously because they will be rotating. If you put this to the outside, like, you know, make that go to the inner area like this, for example, that would technically work because they would, you know, go nuts on the outside, but that is going to be oh my god, it looks so good from the inside all of a sudden. Oh wait, why did I double do it? Okay, so this is okay just for the test, and this is small enough to potentially get it done. I think we have a winner already because that will be working with the idea I have. So if I do make this thing a little bigger and I would make the legs more chunky. Okay, we got to do this in real time right now. We have to, are they all on test? No, they're not. So let's put them all on test again, and we're going to have a looky look. So it's on the fastest movement. So let's have a look. Oh my god. I forgot that this is maybe not going to work over here because, oh my god. Okay, so this version over here is not working at all. I think the problem obviously is that all of them don't really make a walk movement. They just have that. But I think, okay, so this one is out of contention. We can get rid of that one. What I'm going to try is I'm going to try something with this one over here first. Let's have a look and wait until it's going to rotate completely. So let's have a look. I need to... Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that is the height we can go. And now if I scale this even more down. Okay, I have to make sure that both feet do not touch. I have to make them thinner then, somewhat like this. And then, I mean, the cool effect would be if this is all going to be inside of the AT80, which would make it look rather weird. So we might actually go with an ATST. With the ATST, that would look still pretty hilarious, but that would work. But I mean, what I could do... Yeah, ZB, I was about to think if I can change the ride. Is that a one? Okay. Stall loop, loop, reverse swing, reverse double loop, reverse stall loop. Is there like a double loop, reverse loop, loop, reverse stall loop, reverse swing, stall loop, swing? We have a swing and a reverse swing. The question is, how much does it swing? We could add a couple of swings at the end to see how much it does swing. So we're gonna do it this way. And now let's have a look. So okay, so this one is gonna, I mean, for the walkie that would look really cool, wouldn't it? That looks really, really cool. And then it goes in. I mean, to be fair, I think this is the swing, right? The swing is still much too crazy. I mean, even though the swing looks actually like walking, even though a very erratic walk, but it would like, dew, dew, we're walking, we are walking, we are walking. Okay, I think what we will be able to do, and let's just test that. I think this one, I mean, this one over here is kind of, this could be the Silver Quest, like flying, the Razor Quest flying on and off, like that would be working. But so I guess when we just have the swing as a test, let's have a look. I think that works. I think that works. And now the question about this thing is the same. Can we just swing? Half swing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Okay. Sorry, but I feel like this is almost like the better idea, isn't it? Can I sync this thing with something else? Can I think it? Oh, wait, no. Create trigger sequence. So that is interesting. Okay, guys, I need you now. Which of the two do we use? And I'm also going to do the normal speed now. AT-AT pilot had a few beers, yeah. Yeah, that's actually the open and close animation is not too bad. Okay, now the question. Well, I love the effect of this thing being like slightly raised, and like this one over here, and then it's just like slightly raised, and now it starts to walk. Oh boy, I think we have a winner, guys. If I would do like an attachment to the middle and kind of fake an attachment between those. If this thing had a half swing, it would be so good. The one thing that like puts me off is the fact how freaking far the swing goes, you know? I mean, as for an idea, it works pretty well. As for the realism aspect of what we want to achieve, it's definitely going to be this thing. And the good bit is obviously we could make like a fake leg to the backside that is going to be synced. I need your votes now, guys. Do we go with version? Let's call this one as A and this one is B. Which one shall we go with? A or B? Shall we go with A or B? I like both. I think as for the size of the entire area, B is obviously the better choice. But for the looks and so on, A is the better one. But yeah, just put it in chat, please. I need your help. I really need your help. I think both of them will be looking fantastic at the end of the day. Both of them will be looking really cool. I think that's going to be really, really damn good to look at. So A or B, even for the lurkers, can you quickly please help me? I'm just going to wait a little until more answers are in. I'm not sure how many people are here anyways, but okay, I think it's pretty A. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with A then. We're gonna go with A. I think it's definitely going to be A then. Is anyone for B? Anyone for B? I think what. Okay, well, you put me off, but now we have to sync this in a little and make this a lowered area to make it even look nicer, as if like from a guest perspective, you would even see the leg then completely to the ground while the right is a little lower. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be really sick. That's gonna be so good. Okay then. I think what we're going to do is, because we now know the layout, we can start putting, like the rides, we can now start putting these things into their dedicated position. This baby Yoda kind of thing over here that's going to happen will be in a jungle, and on here in the middle, I'm planning to put like I'm gonna put the scene on screen so you know what I mean. I want to theme this thing after this scene over here in the swamp. It almost looks like as on Dagobah, to be honest. This could actually be Dagobah. I don't know where they are from the trailer, but I would love to do something kind of overgrown like this and actually have Baby Yoda sit here in the middle, or Grogu, obviously, that is. This is going to be Grogu sitting here in the midst of the ride, and the rest will be themed after that. And these kind of carriages over here are going to become the little baby Grogu thingy they are in, you know. This is going to be what this is going to be styled after, and it's hopefully going to look very sick. I've got so many ideas for that. It's going to be really cool. Really, really damn cool. Okay, so this is going to be out. Everyone is for A. Okay, well then I have to get in with the first concept. You know what I'm going to do? I'm saving this as Mando step 1, so I can do for the video, I can make a little comparison to which rides we had. I should have put down the other flat rides too, but you know, I think it's fine. Okay, so this is done, all goody good. Let's just get rid of you. Unfortunately, you was a good friend. Why does that blob look like Boogeyman? I don't know. What's about Boogeyman? Boogeyman. Also, you know what's kind of funny though? My decoration in the background for the stream, there's like an empty space now there. And you know why there is an empty space? My little daughter, she's starting to grab certain animals and stuffies and plushies from down here. And then I find them somewhere in the... in the house, and she is so clever. She's not saying I got it for me or so. The moment she noticed that I have noticed that, she's like, oh, I got that from my brother. He didn't know them yet. He needs them, so I gave this to my brother. Which obviously she then arranges in that very second, so I can't say anything against that. But that's just like, yeah. But therefore, she did trade, okay? See, she's a trader, okay? She's a traitor and a trader. And she brought someone else back. You all know that one. But she wanted to have that little bit of a meaningful plushie a while ago. So I gave it to her because I love her. And so it's back now. Look who's back. Look who's back. Look who's back. Why is there an emote for a hashtag? I don't know. But like, it's maybe Kartoffeln auf die Eins. I guess that's why it might be maybe there. So look who's back. Look who's back. Look who's back. Rudy ran camel. Ooh. Rudy ran camel. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry, but like she brought Rudy back. It's not Rudy though because it's like 2 humps. I need to cut 1 hump off, and then this would be Rudy. Yeah, Rudy can be our new friend in the back again, but I will have to arrange that nicely enough. Yeah, I can't see that anyways. See you later, Rudy. This is what we did. Okay then, camel. And we've done that. That's pretty perfect. And now let's just grab this thing. This ride isn't accessible. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Where's the sun position here? Okay, I think I'm willing to build this whole scene here. So can I move you? Okay, I need to move you. So this is going to be here. And what I said is actually it needs to be... Like, this is actually kind of cool. I need to be down here. Samurai, good evening. Or should I say hello, Rudy? Hello. It doesn't matter. You can say hello. You can say hello, Rudy. You can say hello there. Hello, chat, whatever. Never a dull moment with the little ones around. Absolutely not woolly socks. Right. So that's that. A little bit sunken down. And then we are going to plop this thing. Rather... Oops. Where is the... Yeah, there you have that. Where could be a nice entrance? I think I need to have the leaning, it's leaning a bit more like you need to have like that look into, I don't want to have this thing here, I want to have it here, because I want to have the people look inside of what is going to be that area. And you know what we do? We are going to have the Razor Crest then be part of the central restaurant hashtag arcade area. It should be like a souvenir restaurant arcade and all in one, where you can walk into. So that's going to be sitting here in the middle with like a center area where we have some Grogu plushies and maybe even a Mandalorian like statue, if I am able to do that, you know. It's like really not sure if I can do this, but let's see. The hashtag symbol is Octothorpe. It's a widely known as a number sign, pound sign, or hash mark. So it's not hashtag 1, it's number 1. but it can be #1. So we have to just reduce the size here a little and do a bit of cleaning here to the sides. And just so that it is like this. Love watching both your German and English videos. Long time viewer over here. Just saw your stream. Yay! Welcome on in here. Yeah, my German stuff. I have to. It's working pretty well lately. I just have to record another video. I have prepared a couple videos for the German channel. It's just like time reasons right now. Why? So yeah. Oh, you just figured it right away, 8080. Yeah, we've done some tests prior to what I'm setting up right now, and it's gonna be a fun bit over here. It's gonna be a fun little bit. So the exit then is going to be sitting here because that is going to lead then into what is going to be souvenir and other stuff. I'm also like wondering if I shall incorporate the Deutsche Kanal. The Deutsche Kanal. You shouldn't say that this way, Rudy. Stop it. It's like I had history as a main subject in school, I guess, and you know, these jokes and stuff. Not the proudest moments. What did you say? Der Deutsche Kanal. It's like the German channel. By the way, if I go and I build this and bring it up here and I say the terrain style is ground, so can I? Oh, it builds. Oh, wow. Wow. That was such a that was such a joyful moment. We have to just let it in, okay? Normally I'm fighting the path all the time. That was a proud moment over here. Excuse me, Kane. That's just not how German works. This is not how German works. No. A glorious moment. Yeah, that is fantastic. Okay, but the same idea is going to happen over here. So this one is also leading right into what is going to be the restaurant area, which we can rather quickly build out with the draw tool. So I think we should, yeah, let's put that to the ground. There you go. Curbs are off because that is something we don't like. So I'm going to, if I put off merge, then I should be able to just have that go here and then here and here, here, and now we can make that a little round. Round we go, and we can make the whole shape like the Mandalorian hat over here, or like the mask, you know what I mean? And then it just goes here. I mean, we need this little cutoff over here. Oh, there you go. Look at this, my friends. Look at that. I'm just gonna make sure that this all suits. Yeah, we gotta change this a couple times. It's not going to be this ground anyways. We have to find like a pattern that suits more like Star Wars-ish kind of ideas, and I think this is going to be a little bit more what I want to. Let's just see what that does. Yeah, I think it's gonna be something about it like so. It's also weird that the different colors are so weirdly different. So this is the brighter one. Let's see if I hit the darker ones now. Okay, so this is a very bright version now. Yeah, that's much better. And I'm just wondering, like, if I put this slightly brighter. Okay, that works. How about you now? Okay, so this is, I think this is something I do like for the moment. Is again, I'm just going to change this anyways. This is going to be more like asphalt, and we're gonna make this rather brown. Because this is going to be like some earth and soil kind of stuff that we might need to have. And down here, this shall be snow. So we are going to make this rather white, like this. or ice or snow. That is what it is going to be, because this is going to be like, I'm not sure if in the trailer that's Hoth or so, but it's definitely, I'm just going to put in the shot I have as an inspiration. So it could be Hoth, but it could also be something else. I mean, there are other shots in the trailer where it looks like a lot more like on Huth or Hoth. Is it Huth? Hoth? I think it's Hoth. One of my favorite Star Wars Battlefront maps, by the way. Star Wars Battlefront, by the way, is absolutely a game. I love that. Absolutely. Like, that was a game I've played so many times. And it's just been a blast to play that in the past. And just really, I really, really, really loved it. Okay, so we're going to put the queue in front here. It looks like Colorado to me. I mean, potentially it has been filmed there. Like, in all honesty, I have no idea where, but there's a good chance they did film this also there. It's the man in the myth, the legend. Sorry I'm late, and your charge-up links. Your name is absolutely fitting today for what we're doing, mate. It couldn't be more suiting. It couldn't be more suiting for what we are doing. Okay. Just played Battlefront 2 yesterday. I quite like it, but it's not the same feeling as 1 was. So, yeah. Okay, I'm very happy with how that looks so far. I'm just going to add another area to it, and I may actually go the brick path and try to see how that ends up with the pattern now. We are going to use the draw tool. We're just going to draw. I might actually add a little cut here and see if I can make this. So is merge is off. Okay, so we can, if merge is actually off, I'm gonna bring this here, and well, I should be able to okay, well, merge is off anyway, so I'm just going to do it this way. Intersecting terrain. Okay, how about just dragging it then straight down here, tiny bit off edge here, straighten that up there. Oh my god, why did it go all the way back there? It doesn't matter, but yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, that texture, oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. Not sure if I'm gonna stick with this color though, but the idea of this is perfect. So we can make this really look like nicely Hoth over here with the ice rocks, as if this is like stomping in and the ice is like going cracking. This is a bit of the idea. And then behind that we get the basalt kind of like rocks we've seen in that shot with a bit of snow on it. And on this side is going to be a bit more of the jungle vibe, so that like huge log over here where Grogu is going to be positioned on. And I feel like I will make Grogu a little oversized for here to make it really pop in that area, also to kind of combat the ridiculous size that this thing is going to be. And it's all going to be a bit interesting to how we do this, because as I said earlier, we have to kind of build like a nice wall design that goes around here and just kind of incorporates the Mandalorian. I want to put like the Razor Crest on top of this, whatever building this is going to be, which is going to receive also like a glass roof, so you can see the Razor Crest on top of it. And then the backdrop is going to be like typical kind of Star Wars-esque backdrop. And to these sides, it's going to be like nature. This is the idea about this complex. And I'm really curious to see how that turns out at the end of the day. Because in my mind, it's all there, you know, it's all already existing. But I'm not even sure how that is going to look in the game later on. What we can already do, it's like little things, but I want to already theme this like a bit more. Let's not do this. We need all flat colors down here. It's going to be somewhat brownish already. And then let's see that we can turn most of the stuff already in. I think, you know what, let's just do this all in brown first of all, because we can just like make a gradient, a brown, bit of tiny brown. Or actually, what about green? Green, brown gradient. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's do it that way. That's fine. So frame area is actually going to be brown. This one is going to be brown. This one is going to be brown as well. We don't need to change. We don't even need to mind these carriages, because they will be switched around in the looks anyways. I mean, well, technically, I would have loved to leave them the way they are, because they are already having this kind of round shape to them. But then again, the stars on it just like don't sell the idea. I'm already hating myself for what we are going to do with this, but yeah. Thank you. Oh, welcome in, Brittany Fritsch. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Welcome on and enjoy your subscription. So this is going to be how that looks. And you know, I'm willing to bring in already the queue down here. And I am going to work my way with a pretty normal kettle pen design. Nothing too fancy. Just like this. And then, are we train style is ground? So can we just make that ramp up here? Is it up? Is it up? Is it up? Is it up? Yeah, there you go. And then we continue the kind of kettle pen idea. I'm just wondering if I drag it all the way down, this is like completely straight again. But it just... Wouldn't that be boring? Wouldn't that be boring? I don't know. I'm also like, wouldn't we need to meander to the back here? Yeah, I think we would need to first of all meander around there to the back. Does it work? Oh yeah, it works. Okay, perfect. So there we can have that, and then just let's bring that all the way back here again. And then from here... Oh, you tell me this is now intersecting terrain. Does this make any sense? It doesn't. But what about... Ah, okay, I can't... Oh, I can. I mean, that's kind of cool. I didn't know it works, but that was kind of cool. So it's also slightly raised over here. Look at that. It's almost like as if it's conforming to the ground. I mean, I don't mind this. This is just somewhat realistic. But what about having the ramp come off all the way? No, come on, do it. Or what about if I change? Okay. It won't let me do anything of this. Right. Let's try our luck again. There we have it. And now let's drag it all the way. Yes, that works. Okay, perfect. So this is going to be where the entrance is sitting. I don't even... Wow. How about conforming? Like... What? Okay, never mind then. Weed. Hopefully that's gonna work now. So... Okay, now it works again. Whatever that was. Okay, so this is basically where I want to have the entrance sitting. So let's just have a little bit of a more interesting design around here. That works. Okay, cool. So this is going to be the entrance to that flat ride, and it's going to be incorporated in all that kind of shenanigans going on over here. Don't mind this being pink. There is no way how to connect this music. I have no idea how that works. I think there is a way to do that with Lumia, but don't ask me how. Music, is there any kind of YouTube music now playing? Okay, now Spotify now playing song, VLC now playing media, now playing variables. Oh my god. There seems to be a way to do that, but I have no idea how. Anyways. What about this? Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, so uneven queue line, I can see the injury lawsuit from Orbit. Yeah, but now it's not anymore. You can't, no, I will win this lawsuit. There is nothing uneven anymore. We fixed, well, there's like a little dip over here, which potentially I can even fix. Hold on. I think this should be a relatively easy fix. There you have that. Whoops. Almost like completely fixed it. Okay, well. Let's do it this way. It doesn't really matter. The bus music is kind of annoying. I have no idea what music is playing, to be honest. And I may actually tune this down a little more. But I do agree this song is super annoying. We can actually change music. Let's go to laid back, I guess. We had that last time around as well, but I don't mind. I don't mind doing that again. So let's open this part here. There you go. is a bit of more relaxed and chill music. Okay, so this path over there is done. Now we have to do something about this path over here, which is going to be kind of nice as well. And I am willing to do this and make this green. Don't worry, the path lines will actually be a lot nicer looking when they're done. So, okay. So, am I on conforming? Okay. So, what do I need to do? Okay. So now the question is, can I somehow... I would love to just be able to do it this way. But I feel like... but I wonder if... No, hold on. I want to delete. So that was the idea, my friend. I want to just now... Okay, so that is not the curve. Can I change the curvature of it? I can't really. But at least I can do it this way now. Why is the curvature so different? Wouldn't it need to be the same? But I mean... It's not really like... I think the right looks like Grogu pots. Yeah, exactly, that's why. They are going to become this. This is why I chose this. Also, Mattis, good evening to you as well. That's the idea, exactly. Like just Kane said. Okay, this is not working, my friends. But wasn't there a technique to make it work? I don't know. I'm gonna go to the straight kettle pen design for a bit now. So I'm going to place this here. And then let's just... like so. And then I'm going to bring this back. And so this can then meander through a little bit of the rebellion kind of jungle bases or whatnot. So we're just going to have that meander through here as well. And then this is going to connect as like the entrance here. So we can make this like a nice little entrance, and from this angle over here, you should be able to see everything. You should be seeing Grogu sitting here. You should see the leg here with the 8080 design, and you should definitely be able to tell the Razor Crest here on top of that building. So this is gonna be really cool. This is gonna be really, really cool. Wow. Okay, I need to get myself another little snack and drink in a bit. Why would the rebels have an 8080? Is that is an Empire thing? I know, but you know, the idea is to have like Empire and rebels next to each other, you know? Just like, and in the middle is the Mandalorian as like, he's not for the Empire obviously, but he's like a bounty hunter. So he's not necessarily for the good, but he's kind of for the good. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I meant based on the Rebel series. I mean, yeah. Okay, so this is how both things are set up. How is the Mandalorian helmet? Because I was like figuring if maybe, I mean, I like the idea how that is turning to look. So what if, hold on. What if we're going to give this shiny vinyl path, and we're going to make this somewhat nice and gray. Okay, so that is too bright, but what about a little darker? Yeah, that can do the trick. That can do the trick. And now what I've got to do, I'm just gonna double tap. Oops, just gotta double tap on. Nope. Can I just double tap on the path over here, please? Thank you. And now we're going to use the draw tool, and we're going to try to do something about this. So first things first, I'm not even sure what I'm doing right now, guys, but I'm just going to try. So merge needs to be on. And I need to first of all straighten the helmet. So I'm just going to drag this thing. It's not as round as it goes, right? That is not definitely not the this is better. This is better. It just kind of creates this area. So hold on. I'm just going to, hey, come back. There we have that. Okay. And all the way down here. Yeah, that's much better. And now I can just paint the corner in. Okay, fine. That worked. That's a good idea. But you know what? I'm just gonna paint this in the same as this. Oops. As this. So there you go. And now, what we are willing to do, we are going to use this one over here as well. And we're going to use the draw tool. We're just going to have, excuse me. And now we're just going to curl that around down here. And that just gives, yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that is going to go the good way, but it's fine. I don't want to be too spoiler the trailer, but I saw crazy stuff in the trailer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. And this is why I'm also so hyped about this. Okay, never mind. This is just like the idea. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to double tap on this thing. We're going to make this a little bit darker. Not too dark, but like a little bit darker. And now I'm just willing to have it like so. And then curl it like this, and this. Okay, it doesn't really create what I hoped it was. So the round shapes don't really work on this huge pattern, but it doesn't matter. I will then use kind of art shapes for that. It just came to my mind that that could be a cool thing to do. But you know what? We are just going to use art shape for that instead. So let's just do that real quick. This is just like a random idea in my mind, and I have to realize this just now. Otherwise, it's gonna stuck there forever, and this is not what we need. So I'm just going to do this. Let's just bring this all the way down to the path as much as we can, possibly. And then let's have a look if we can, if we draw that over. Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to have that here. Yeah. So there goes that. Let's just put that into a group. Oops. So can I? Okay. Oh, wait. Did I just find something out? Hold on. Wait. Oh, no. I can select right away. Okay. That just doesn't matter. No pathy, apply filter, and then form a group. Okay. It was shocked when I saw that. What? I saw a guy with a round head that and everyone watching closer. I mean, Jetty Kirby's back. Everyone against hypes. Kirby. So we're just going to bring this over, and then it's going to put this in the center. There we go. And then we're just going to have that. I'm not even sure. Yeah, that is. It's rather thin at the bottom, so that is okay. Let's do that again and do this also on the other side. So just that we have about the same situation with the stripes on top there. There we have that. Nice. And then we can just have that one on both sides aligned. Lovely. And then we are just going to do the kind of same with this side. There we have that. And now let's just do that again over here. Yeah, somewhat like that is fine. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Definitely. That's definitely kind of cool. And then just to ensure that we have a nice kind of effect, we're going to just do the following. I think we just need to meander that ever so slightly below. There you go. And this is going to be just a tad bit brighter. Oh my god, where is that gone? Okay, so that is, I'm not sure if this is even enough, but I think just as for the shadow, That should absolutely do the trick. And now I'm going to change this piece. Hopefully, yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Is also lower down the same? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we're just going to have that. Let's just gonna see where this zooms. And it's become okay, this is definitely not steep enough. It needs to be much steeper here. There we go. Oh my god. There's only one person with a round hand. It could be there's Carmen San Diego. What is going on in chat right now? What is even going on? Okay, so just raise that a little. Okay. So here we go. This is much better. This is much better. This is much more the angle I was going for. So we gotta alright. Oh, why is it up and down? I never touch the green. I never touch the green. Never. Never, never. So now we're just getting with a bit more round angle. I'm fearing that when I select the whole group, it's not going to be that easy to align anyways, but let's see where this is going. Okay, just gonna drag that one out as well. Yeah, that's looking much better. That's looking. It's fine, Rudy. I say who I saw in the trailer at one point. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, and this is exactly what I was thinking, but it should still work if I do it this way. Yeah, okay, that works. And now that should be exactly... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, oh, it's not even deep enough. Oh my god, what the heck? Why? Can we just have you ever so slightly below this? Just below. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna put this one up then. But as for the positioning, it's somewhat weird. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. What was that? No, it was a like on stream. I was about to say thank you for subscription, but that wasn't a subscription. Okay, here we go. Now we are just going to raise these ever so much, slightly. Look at you. There we have it. Okay, so this is going into the direction I wanted it to be. It's not perfect yet, but we are getting there. So what we should also add is like, oops, it's like a little bit of detail to the top here. So don't mind me if I'm going to grab this, and we're just going to add a bit of a nice little area here. It's gonna be even darker, like a darker tip on top of it. There you go. Well, guten Tag, Herr Rudi. B-Nation, good evening, how are you? Jonna Philip Cake Chalk, sorry. Good evening to you as well. Hello, welcome on in and enjoy. Okay, so this is like a nice little application we did over here. Quite like that. I mean, technically, we would need to color that all in here too. And I'm just wondering if I could match the ground better. It's actually, you know what? Why is this so... It almost looks like as if this is just floating so much more than the other stuff is. I think the ground isn't fully flat. And this might actually be the reason. Yeah, exactly. The ground is not fully flat. Okay, so... But if we do it that way, it's fine. It is, okay. How's the little one? Good, but you know, at the moment, sleeping is not his favorite task of them all. So, yeah, well, that's why. So we got to make this one also light. As in the middle, there's also like a helmet application going on. I think, you know, we're going to keep it simple as is right now. I think I don't want to do more than this. You know, as for the idea of the souvenir shop and so on, this is gonna sell it. This is gonna sell it, no doubt about it. And I guess the idea at the beginning was good, but I'm still willing to just change that. Yeah, it's better. It's just much better. If I do some gates in here and doors and so on, that is definitely selling the idea much better. Okay, so this is the basic setup. I'm gonna save this as another one, and this is gonna obviously be Mundo step 2. I didn't even record anything right now, but okay, whatever then. Guys, I will stream for a bit. What the heck is going on with... Okay, game is back. I will stream for a bit more, but I need to get myself a snack and something else to drink for at least half an hour or more. But this is a very good setup. Honestly, I'm very proud of it. What we are going to do right now is we're going to put the game in night mode again. And I'm going to put you on the coaster without activated lights, because this is looking freaking insane, I tell you. It's looking much better even than it was before. So we can jump on board the train. That is the wrong train. This is the right train. I think if I turn that off... Okay, I think that the lights are still on in this version. So we're gonna make them deactivated. Here we go. And now let's... okay, we have first of all have to figure out what's the right one. There you go. That is the right one. And I'm going to say... the gift shop is going to sell it. They're going to need a big bag for all that ground. Okay. Well, I mean, this is not the... Yeah, whatever. Okay, hold on, guys. This is going to be good. Also, this light comes from an LED thingy on here, so it's not fully dark. I could get rid of these ones too, but that would be a little bit too crazy, I guess, at the end of the day. So I'm going to leave you with this. Enjoy. I'll be back in a couple seconds, so it's not even... Maybe you're not even done with the ride then. Hello there. How many laps did you do? I'm sorry, it took a moment longer because there was a freaking huge spider in the living room, and I just decided to get rid of it right away and put it back outside, because if my wife this night would have been going to the fridge or so, and she saw that, she absolutely would have woken me up to get rid of it myself. And so yeah. Is it the fourth go? It's not the fourth one, right? That would be 15 minutes. You must be lying, but I can double check. Like, was it that long? Yeah, I needed to find that little Spidey spider. Oh, that looks kind of cool from out there. Anyways, have a good one. Thank you for watching Samurai Coasters. Woolly, sorry. So, any news? There was a question. Are you still with us, B Nation TV? Because you guys, you had a question. Did the music stop playing? Okay, that was random. I'm not sure why the music stopped playing. Whatever. So just to answer that thing, if there was any news about Planet Zoo 2, no. Other than this eyes poking emoji, letting us believe that there's going to be something with that weird cozy games festival, nothing. What is? Look at the lighting over here is a bit. I mean, I'm gonna make it daytime anyways, but bam. It still blends in very weirdly up here. Okay. There's going to be a clear target till when we stream. What I'm willing to do is, I'm willing to put everything in that is being part of the ride. Like every facility in a way. And I'm gonna build the basic structure for the back wall. That's it. It's not gonna be that much. But this is going to be the first bit I'm going to record. So, thank you for the likes. 26 likes. First things first, I'm going to... Is it like normal concrete as well? Blue Q path. I'm gonna make this very bright gray. And then we need to go to this one. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that works. That looks a bit like icy stuff, right? Yeah, I'll go with this one. So this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be sitting in the midst of the ice. Yeah, there you go. That's making it all look already a bit nicer. So after that, we have to bring in a couple of things. So this is already the perfect way to split this thing in three. We've got the exit here though. So this is gonna be the souvenir shop part. Actually both. No, yeah. I mean, okay. So what we're gonna do, we are going to create our own ones, and we're going to say I think the easiest way of doing this is to type in souvenir, right? Yeah. So that counter goes here. I think this is where I can hide this the best, if there's like a little wall here. So the counter goes here-ish somewhere. That's good. And that's all good. Okay. Sorry. I'm eating just like very easy gummy bear kind of Haribo stuff here. Nothing else. Basic. Very, very basic. So we're going to add new stuff, and we are going to add this as gray stuff over here. I may actually theme this afterwards a bit differently, but I just want to throw them down. Oh my god, that was gone. In surgery as a doctor or a patient? What? Be patient. That's what I can do. Actually, I can't be patient. I can be a patient, but I cannot be patient. So having these things in here would help. And then it's weird that there is angle snap kind of whatever. Ouch. It's like a big space over here, which is kind of neat. And I'm just wondering, like, I can mix the souvenir shop with arcades, and this side over here is going to be the restaurant. Then I think this is the better way. And in terms of making this immersive, the walls will all be they're all going to be wallpapers to make like a huge view inside of a Star Wars kind of poster of some sort. I think this will be a cool idea to just do it that way. So we're gonna have some postcards everywhere in, and then we can scatter these things around. Yeah, not sure where we're going to put them all. It's kind of weird that I can't really align them properly to the right position, but it's okay. There's still some blue stuff on it, okay. So can I multi-select these things now? Can I multi-select 1 and 2? And can I recolor both of them right away? Okay, I can. Okay, fine. So that is at least good. How was it again? If I do copy one from these, it's also part of the building right away? No, it's not. Okay, I would need to enter them anyways later. Okay, but anyways, the souvenir shop is kind of in now. I don't want to start doing anyway too much right now, because this is going to be changed anyways quite a lot. What I want to do is just give me a reminder of having arcades in as well. So the arcade machines, everything will be gray. First of all, it may not mean that they will stay gray at the same time, but I will need to make sure that everything is kind of working in here. So if this thing comes in, I might actually... There's still that idea that you have this Mandalorian kind of thing. This could actually stand here, like on top of it. That would be okay to me, because there is that application on the helmet that goes to the center anyways. So that would still kind of look cool to have that here, I guess. This would really work nicely. This is the way I have spoken. Appendix removal. So, appendix removal. But if you wait, after appendix removal, you should drive F1, because everyone in F1 who had the appendix removed won a race afterwards. You should test it. You should test that. There is a chance for you to win a race. Awesome saucer. You're the 28th live. It's actually low, the very lowest we ever had for a stream, but it's also going to be one of the shorter streams, so all good. I said we wanted to go for the 100 likes. Eventually, we are going to be at 100 likes at some point in the future. Not yet. This one is going to be good. The air hockey. We're gonna have air hockey on both sides. There is going to be one, and there is going to be one. Just still trying to make sure that the pattern of the ground is still looking good. What is the color we are changing with those things, by the way? Oh, it's just like the around color. Okay. And what's that black over here? Oh, okay, you can at least make that a little bit more. Okay, that's actually pretty okay. That's pretty nice. It's like a subtle change, but it's okay. There you have that. Okay, so this is cool. This is pretty damn good. So let's have a look. What else of these wonderful arcades we can put in? It's a bit of a hassle to have these all in. 29 likes it is. Yay! We would be able to have them also stand up here. So let's just get them all into the same beige bright colors. There we have that. And yeah, just like so. Okay, and the rest will all be like the much more decoration, souvenir decoration and stuff. There's going to be a lot more about this. So if I were to go in and have some more add new of these ones, I think one thing I need to do, and I want to have like these huge islands as well, because they're kind of cool. So like, you know, these, just plop them in and then we have to theme them after like a nice island. There's a huge Sims icon. And we could have like either the Mandalorian or Grogu as a statue in the center of that thing, which I guess I'm going to do. So yeah. You didn't start until nearly midnight. Yeah. You're right, and I'm wrong here. I know. But I've, like it didn't work other way. I need to just try to have a stream the other day, which starts way earlier than this. But maybe people get used to it eventually, and then we have more people on the stream. And you can see a guy called Henry is just coming back at this time. It's 2 minutes to 1 a.m. here, and the person's coming back. You know, there's still hope. Hope is all we got. So what about if Grogu would be awesome. Yeah, I will definitely attempt that one. I'm not saying that I'm going to do this, but like I'm attempting this. So that is a kind of cool island I want to have sit here in the center. Does it destroy the looks of it? I don't know, but I am willing to give it a shot. So let's just make that all black and see if that blends in nicely. What it actually does. So what we can do, can we advance move them? Yes, we can. Ha! And then just up and down ever so slightly to get at least rid of the fighting of this. Okay, that is pretty damn good. And then what we're going to do as well is we're just going to move these things more in the midst of the room. I think what I'm going to do to make this more clean is that all of the shelves will receive like another top layer, so that they are going to be looking like as if you can't see anything from above, you know, and then they are a lot more clean looking. But this is something I'm going to do later, so you can still get the idea of from it being Mandalorian. I mean, after the roof and stuff is on, you can't really tell, but I want to make like a huge glass roof, and then the Razor Crest is on top of it, so that from zoomed out, you can still see the pattern of the Mandalorian hat. That is kind of what I want to achieve. You also seen the Alpine thingy I made in the Discord. I don't think I've barely been in the Discord, so I'm very sorry about that. I always say like, hey, late streams allow us for Australia to watch. Yeah, that's cool, Jonathan Philip Chalk. We need more Australians then. D-style cabinet. Yeah, that would be fine. That would be really fun. So, okay, we've got the souvenir in. We've got some arcade pieces in. We would need to have a redemption counter, by the way. Where's that thing? Where do we put this? So we've got that one on this side. There's the exit here, so that counter can be here then. So this is where the exit sits. We've got still so many, there's enough space behind that one. So we're going to do this gray and gray. That looks very Star Wars-esque, by the way, with that like orange on top of it. We would need to have like a Grogu green then, like so. Just a bit of Grogu green in here. I mean, you know, there will be lovely lots of other things as well, but yeah, we're just gonna go gray. Yay, another Aussie. There you go. Hey, Rudy, I sure she went to bed hours ago. Hope? Did Hope go to bed, or what do you mean? So, where's the sacrifice? But I'm living in Australia. Just, you're living in Australia to watch the stream, right? Tony Q 2004, thank you for the subscribe on YouTube. Not sure if you're watching the stream or watching any other video. I still say thank you to you. And if eventually in the future you watch that 10 years later, maybe, and you figure out I have said hello to you. Okay, but we have done this. I'm very proud of how that looks, but we need one more facility type, and that is going to be the restaurant, which is going to sit next to the path. And you know what? Ah, that was stupid. Okay, I can have it right away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this kitchen sit here on the side to not destroy the looks of it. So this is where the kitchen is going to sit. Yeah, it did destroy quite a bit of the area, but I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. So this needs to be hilariously dark then. There you go. This is kind of cool. Oh my god. AKA the wife. The wife is in bed for, yeah, almost like 3 hours now. That is true. So it's been a while. Okay, so let's add some tables. And there is just one specific table we can add. There is even no debate about this. We are talking Star Wars, so we can only have this one over here. And we all know how this is going to end. Even though I'm not sure if The Mandalorian has ever been to a bar like that, but obviously this has to be like that. This just needs to be then in this green, Groggo green. I'm gonna call that Groggo green from now on. Is that even Groggo green? I don't even care. And then this is going to be gray and gray. All gray would have been better, right? I think we have to do it all gray just to make it suit the suit or suit the hat. I mean, it works kind of. Maybe we are going to theme this differently later on, but they have to be just set in here. The question I have is what happens if I move this with the advanced move? Aha. This is what is. This is what it is. I can move them into each other, which this time is very much important. Oh, this spot is obstructed. Okay. Interesting. I thought it's gonna work. It could be 50 Shades of Grey. Oh my god. Yeah, the Mandalorian is also having a secret behind that mask. God. We have to align this thing with the mask. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Just gonna keep that a little more open. I didn't know we were not allowed to merge benches into each other. That's a shame. Now I know why free build still is an option for this game. Okay, but I do think this is kind of okay. If I do make like a roof on top of here, you can't really see too much about this anyway, so that is kind of cool. We all know how the Star Wars end. Yeah, the heat of the death and universe kind of have a Star Wars. Oh god. Yeah. So there's that restaurant grabbing some stuffies and maybe trying to make this a bit more like so. This almost, yeah, that works. That absolutely works. And then I'm just gonna make like another bunch go here. Okay, that's more than enough for what I wanted to achieve anyway. So this is kind of cool. So that gives the idea. It's giving these vibes. And now what we're going to do the following. We're going to say wall, and we're going to use. This is not the wall. Either way, there is a cool wall I wanted to use. Is it the shark wall? Ah. I've never really used the cardboard wall, but it may actually be a very good one. Hold on. It's the smallest one, right? What's that? The 2x2. Why is there not the 4-meter one as an individual one? I'm gonna go with this one then. But I think this one could be a really cool pattern for this specific task. I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna go with this one because it has a very interesting pattern we have not used too often yet. That's kind of cool for the inside though, obviously. And then we go as always with the plaster. With the plaster, and the plaster is going to be that. Wait, hold on. Can we bunch that up to this size? Oh yeah, we can. Absolutely we can. So just gonna make that a little bigger because we will need to have this tilted in a little like that. And now just like let's get these three integrated. This one is gonna get, as always, like a bit of a nice... Yeah, maybe. A bit more like so. It's not really the color I wanted to have. It's a bit of an... Yeah, that's more like the earthy tones, but it's definitely more yellowish that you won't need to go. Yeah, something like that is okay. And then we're just gonna bring this up again. And we can bring this a little more straight. So that's like a typical kind of Star Wars color I wanted to go for. Normally you'd have like some support beams in between that I'm also willing to do. So there is going to be this thing now. But it obviously needs to be scaled. So I'm gonna have this here, and this is gonna be somewhat rusty dark or tones like that. And then let's just see if we can make use of this piece real quick as in front of it to get a bit of texture in. I will be able to theme that nicely later on as well, but I just want to make sure that this goes a little bit into the direction of the theming I wanted to have it for. Yeah, that is absolutely like typical Star Wars-esque theming over here that goes then around the helmet. That's absolutely it. It just kind of opens up a little bit for the Razor Quest to be in the middle. That is good. And then we can just about make that meander back from here. I think what would be really cool is to have like some, you know, rock work on top, and then just like to make this feel like as if this is like in a sunken rebel kind of whatever hole. So this is, it's not a rabbit hole, it's like the rebel hole. Let's just throw that over here. Tables behind toss game. I feel sorry for anyone. Yeah, but that is, you're in a theme park. You are a theme park. You are in a theme park. You're not allowed to just say anything against that, okay? So what we're going to do is we are just going to... yeah, sure. The gizmo obviously is broken. What did I even think? Or is this... Oh no, that looks actually fine. So let's try to get somewhat of the dimensions I would envision this thing to be. Yeah, whatever. And then let's have a look. Okay. Let's see. Woo! Still not. Still not. I thought it's... Okay. Yeah, that's still not what it is. That's still not what it is. So let's just move that even further back. And now let's have a look. Yeah, and it does open up that one little gap in between, right? Now this is just about that little bit too far off. But I can't move it anywhere else. It has to be this. Oh, God. Okay. Now let's place this. And then... I would just love to fix that by using these pieces. Hold on. I'm just going to fix this right away. And I'm just going to use this piece for it. So there you go. It's going to be looking like this. Can I move this back a little? So it does create like this little seam in between. And then I'm going to do the same with this wall. Just like so. Wow, where's this gone? Nope, don't do this. Okay. It's just like randomly gone all of a sudden. So we're going to have this here. Awesome. And now let's get rid of you, man. We don't need you. And then this is about the size we had it to. Oh my God. Now the question is if I... Is the gizmo straight in a way? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So then we can just drag that over, and hopefully this is gonna work. Let's have a look. Ah, it's just a tiny bit more. Let's see. Okay, it still works, and it goes all the way around how I wanted it to. Okay, perfect. Let's have a look. Does it still work the way I wanted it to? Yeah, the seam is good. So let's just bring it over and around. Have a look at that. This is good. This is really, really, really good. So that is that, and this is kind of the Rebel Alliance kind of roundish piece. We can get rid of this, and this is kind of what I wanted to do with this area. And now let's kind of see if I'm allowed to just do a little bit of something. I want to have it this way, and now I'm using like a little trick. I'm just going to turn it somewhat a little sideways, and then let's do this a little more, because I want to get it in with a bit of a nicer... Okay, this is now broken. I was about to say that this is going to happen, but it doesn't matter. I should be able... Yeah, there you go. I can pull that back off. There you go. And just like that, we have like a bit of a nice movement down here before we can add the rock work. So that is going to make this whole area look a bit more dynamic. I'm willing to end this over here as well, because that is going to be where some of the nature comes in. And this is relatively interesting how we do this, because I think I'm going to use... This is like the more roundish natural kind of rock work is going to be on this side. As for the... You know, as for the foresty area, we're going to use something that is more like this. You know, something that is a bit more almost like organic looking for this kind of area here. And then obviously we are going to try to make this very brown, very kind of dark brown. There you go. And let's see, something like this is okay. So this is kind of the rock work we have to offer on this side. And then we're going to utilize this in various sizes, you know, making sure that this also looks fine from a couple of angles and doesn't reveal what's behind, I guess. So that is kind of okay. That's kind of nice. And then we do the same on the other side. But I think, therefore, for my idea, it's much more important that we're going to use stuff like this. And now it's going to be very interesting because... Okay, well, I gotta... How tall can I get you? Okay, so this is the size of that one. I'm willing to create already. And this is a technique I used in Big Thunder quite a bit. So hopefully this is going to work out the way I hoped it was. So let's just scale this thing up. Let's flick that in somehow. And then let's just get in with another texture. I think this one also is a fairly decent piece for that idea. Okay, so oops. So that is working quite nicely, and we're going to create like a rock combination. And once we have this rock combination, we can utilize this in a way, because sometimes it's just like a little bit of a hard work to, you know, do that. And what we can now do is random. We could technically do random scaling, but the problem with random scaling is that it just continues to be very weirdly randomized, and by that I don't mean the good way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a bit of a nice idea of that. So let's have a look. That's already going to the right direction. This is something I would love to see, and then we can just have that and still scale that smaller in a way here. That is kind of cool. And then just have down here a bit of a nicer arrangement of those stones. Ah, I get that. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice already. And now my question is, do we need to make that bigger, bolder with the boulders? I'm willing to put this in quite like so. And I think I do get a bit bigger with those. Lean them forward a little so that just about everything sits there. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So as for the size of the AT-80, I think the whole rock work over here needs to be bigger, but obviously the exit over here is kind of scammed, so I'm just going to utilize this piece. Let's see how big we can get that one. That's fairly sizable though. It's fairly big. So let's have a look. Can we make this go and transition? Yeah, that actually does transition super nicely into this area. So yeah, this is pretty okay. So let's just kind of select the whole thing, and then just tiny bit smaller, and then move that behind and lean this back a little. Crazily good. And then we're just gonna do the same and lean this massively forward, tilt this a little bit to the side, and then we got like a very repetitive pattern in here. Don't you worry, we're gonna get rid of that one. And then we're also going to get rid of some of those stones and that one. And then in here, we're going to arrange this one piece quite a bit differently. And then that one goes straight back in like so. And there we have that. And now we have like this kind of really cool pattern behind that one, which is really good. And I'm just going to, whoops, I'm in the wrong thingy. The 88, I thought it's the 80, the 88, the 80A. It's not the 88. Don't get me, don't put it out of context. You knew exactly what I meant. Okay, so I think I'm just willing to, oops, have that in here so that it just kind of curls out to the side. And there's a bit of a nice view into that. Okay, cool. And now the bit that's not cool is when we get the snow pieces in. Do we have snow actually in here, by the way? Oh, it's just... Wait, we don't have any snow boulders. That means we need to the FlexiColor boulders then for that. So we're going to use the FlexiColor. And then it's going to be all white, right? What a freaking repetitive texture that is. Okay. But didn't we have snow pieces? I thought they were. Let's not add group to the building. I'm just trying to see what happens if I try to... Oh my god, what's that? Stick to surface off. Freaking hell. Okay. I mean, that definitely does sell the idea. While we're at it, we could also have like a very bright blue out of this, right? Yeah, that looks almost like icy. And then we just bring that over here to... Oh, that is so cool. So it means we can actually give this whole thing like ice patterns as well. As if there's a bit of ice in between. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. And then last but not least, and I'm just not sure if that works as well, but we can... What the heck, I can't even type. Decal. And then we could obviously make, for the first time ever, use of these things. And then let's have a look. Give that also the kind of icy blue color. There we have that. And then just give this a bit of a blend. Yeah, I think that works. Funnily enough, on these things, that just seems to work now. It's a bit of an odd situation that this all of a sudden works on these things, but hey, who am I to judge? I'm just here to find out if these things look good together. And I guess they do in certain occasions. I mean, I'm not sure if I will use this too much here, but I quite like the idea. Not gonna lie, I quite like the idea of it. You can't even, I can't type full midday as well, okay, so that's not the main reason. Okay, but you know what, we are, like, this is much more than I thought we would ever have today, given we are just streaming about 2 hours. This could have been easily, easily the most productive stream. But yeah, I mean, this is looking really good. So, you know, what's coming, just for you guys, because you are in here and you made it, you stick with me. you got the idea now, and there is going to be like a huge Mandalorian kind of font on top of here. We are having this restaurant. Obviously, there's going to be a roof on top of it, and there's going to be the Razor Crest sitting. This is going to be a bit of a jungly area where the Grogu, if I get Grogu done correctly, is sitting on, and this is going to be the baby pod in which Grogu is. And then this, you can already tell, is going to be a proper AT-AT lag connected to a proper AT-AT. And hopefully this is going to be looking as nice as I envision it to be. And we are going to actually animate another lag to the back side of it that is going to be animated in a different way, and I hope this is going to look really cool. The only thing is I don't even know how to go with the whole kind of structure of the AT, so it might be that I need to trick the system a little bit and get this all a bit lower down. So there is an idea I have to make the swing look even less of a swing. I mean, we have already only the half swing, but I could integrate this whole bit a bit more into the actual thing, and then just make the leg, you know, actually to simulate that. We can have a test. So what is if I do the leg just like so, and then we test it? This will, I mean, I need to make the food then a little bit different, but I think this will make it move even lesser though. Yeah. This is going to make the leg move even lesser. Visually, I mean, because, you know, you don't even see the top bit over here. This is going to be working like so. And I mean, the only negative is that the main connection part over here is not going to be still. So it is actually moving. So maybe I have to put it to the highest though. But I'll eventually check that out. I also will head off to bed now, Livy, don't worry. He says he spent 15 minutes complaining about headphone sounds. Well, normally it's half an hour complaining about something. Anyhow, guys, this has been it today. It's been fun, you know, a shorter stream. We're gonna have a longer one coming week again. Yeah, hopefully I'm not as tired as I am right now. And hopefully the little one is sleeping a bit better so we can do that. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone who has tuned in. I know it's been late night. I know it's been exhausting. Thank you, guys. I wish you all a pleasant night. Hopefully you tune in soon again. And if you're in a different country and you've got stuff to do and you've got some spare time, maybe check out all the other videos on my channel right now. Check out Instant Gaming if you need a game, blah, 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 you know, all that stuff.